Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. Here to talk about some NASCAR news now. I don't just upload my NBA news, so if you want to check that out, go check that out. But let's get into NASCAR news here. So, first thing I want to talk about is Bob Parker's tweet from Haley Deegan that said she has parted ways with AM Racing. And yeah, I was kind of curious what they would do because she's really struggled. It doesn't help that the crew chief's been really bad as well. So I think it was part her fault, part the crew chief, not knowing how to just fix the car during the race. Yeah, Bob Parker said Haley Deegan's parted ways with AM Racing. I mean, I feel like there's probably she was fired. I don't think she just walked away. The release says they mutually agree, but that's just for contractual reasons. You can't just say, oh yeah, we fired the driver. You just have to say, oh, mutually agree. But yeah, I just don't know what happened to her. She probably shouldn't have moved up to Xfinity. But they basically parted with her. It seems like she let them know 2 weeks ago she wasn't racing with them for after Nashville. But man, the team's a mess. She's bad, but she just hasn't produced, not at all met the hype and expectations. I hope to see her back in NASCAR sometime in the future, but if I'm her, I would just rather go dirt racing at this point. Maybe here come the simps that are going to defend her. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, it was just a disaster. The crew chief change was terrible. I don't know why they switched Joe Williams for... Who was it, Matt Lucas? They switched that for some reason. But considering Joe Logano had to teach the crew chief during the race how to make the car better, see, the crew chief was a big part of the problem. But I'm pretty sure Deegan was a part of the problem. But the crew chief, I would say 50-50 blame on both. Rookie driver, rookie crew chief. That's not going to be a great combination, but that's what great drivers know. They how to adjust the car. Dale Earnhardt was one. The crew chief is a big part of her issue because most never drove a car. They rely on data, not experience, seat out of pants driver input. But yeah, I think it was part her, part crew chief, not knowing how to fix the car, adjust to any race. But yeah, that's why they brought in Joe Logano, because he would actually know how, or can actually get a good finish with it. But so basically what's going to happen with the 15 now? I don't know. I would expect, Bob Parker said he would expect some Cup drivers to fill that seat for AM Racing, but then would have to find someone else for the playoffs since Cup drivers can't do the final 8 races. Wonder if we'll get a shot in that car. Hey Ryan Newman, you want to come back? How about Austin Wayne Self? We haven't seen him in forever. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with that car, because it's kind of an awkward situation. Because they can have cup drivers run until the playoffs. But yeah, basically she's parted ways, and she released her statement on Twitter, X, if you want to go see it. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, but it had to be done. I would have liked her to succeed. It just wasn't going to. So after that, Josh Berry, per Bob Parker, he's currently listed as a NASCAR roster portal. I'm struggling to read right now. Excuse me. Josh Berry is listed in the NASCAR roster portal as the driver of the AM Racing number 15 car this weekend for the Xfinity Series race at Pocono. So it's literally just going to be a rotation of 4 drivers the rest of the year, and he could use a confidence boost after that disaster class in Chicago. Yeah, I guess we're going to find out this week if the equipment is any good. Road courses, road course, Joey ran good on it. Deegan wouldn't even finish in the top 25, but I guess we'll see how it does on an oval. But I'm pretty sure Josh Berry will run solid. Now the Pocono schedule for this weekend, Friday at 2 p.m. on FS2 truck practice qualifying. That same day at 5:30 on FS1 we'll have the truck race 15, 15, 40 your stage lane. Saturday on USA 10 a.m. Xfinity practice qualifying. 12 p.m. Cup practice qualifying. 2:30 Xfinity pre-race and 3 p.m. the Xfinity race. 20, 20, and 50 your stage lanes. Sunday, 2 p.m. the Cup pre-race, and then at 2:30 the Cup race. 30, 65, 65 your stage lanes. Real racing, and it can now resume. Please, no rain this weekend. Thank you. 3 straight weeks with rain. I would prefer no rain this weekend. Please. So, NASCAR unveiled its electric vehicle prototype a few days ago. And basically why it isn't committing to an electric vehicle series just yet. I mean, I don't want to see it personally, but it's not going to be in Cup, Xfinity, or trucks. So I really don't have a big problem with it. But I just don't think anyone will watch it. That's why they're not committed, because nobody's going to watch it. I mean, it would be even less popular than the WNBA, and that's saying a lot. But it's not going to be any of the big 3 series, so I wouldn't worry about it if they ever did this. I highly doubt this would happen. Yeah, the prototype, it doesn't sound great. But are we surprised? No. So, I didn't talk about this because I haven't done NASCAR news in a few days. I want to talk about this one, this news, that was like 5 days ago. Josh Berry joined Wood Brothers Racing and the number 21 car starting in 2025. John Wood called him the top candidate the entire time. Imagine a dynamic duo it'd be if they got Rodney Childers too. They just need to get the rest of that 4 team that they have over there. I think it's an incredible get because the potential is there. They just need to get the right combo. And they finally have a real driver now. Harrison Burgess wasn't it. And they still haven't named a crew chief. This was 5 days ago when this was announced. Josh Berry's gone over there, but they still haven't named a crew chief. But not expecting it to be Rodney Childers, what Bob Parker said a few days ago, but that's a big mistake. Sounds like a missed opportunity to me. But yeah, it's all about stuff from Bob. So, see if we have anything else. See if we got anything else. So, Ross Chastain will be back in the 45 Chevy. For 2 races in the truck series. So, you'll see Ross Chastain drive 2 more truck races. NASCAR, they will review the incident on the cooldown lap where Bubba lost door to Alex Bowman, and any penalties would be announced midweek. I don't really see anything. I know Elliott Door Suarez after the race in and brake checked him. Or I should say Door, even though he just made like slight contact. I just don't know why people care about this now. Has anybody ever cared about contact up the cooldown lap before? Why is it a big deal now? Is it because 2 popular drivers were involved in doing it? I mean, it wasn't unnecessary. But tell me how when the 19 ran over the 5 after Richmond was racing, and then he bumped Denny Hamlin after the finish. But yet nobody batted an eye at that. Just saying. I mean, yeah, that was probably dangerous what Bubba did because the window net was down, but still, I don't think there was a penalty needed. He was pissed, he had a right to be, just move on and be done with it. I don't think it should have been a penalty, but... NASCAR, Senior Vice President Ben Kennedy told NASCAR CXM Radio likely back on the Chicago Street Course next year. 2025 schedule announced soon. They're working on an international race either north or south of the border. Oh, Canada. Also sounds like Amazon and Turner coming in will shake up the regular season schedule a bit. So that schedule could be a little shook up. Might get an international race. But not surprised because NASCAR lets the broadcasters tell them what the schedule will be. I don't think it's a horrible idea going back. I don't think it's horrible. They just need to have a better time for the race, where it's not affected by rain and not by darkness. So Austin Dillon was on NASCAR Sirius XM radio the other day, talked about his future, and he says 2 years left in his contract, and he's committed to the 3 car, and says big changes are coming to RCR at the end of this year. Oh, are you going to finish 20th instead of 30th? And say Kyle Busch committed to the process. Sounds like hiring at least one person on the competition side. Austin Dillon, you ain't don't do shit, buddy. You're 32nd in points. He's literally wasting a car. Oh, what are you gonna do? Finish 25th instead of 30th? Wow. So Justin Marks says his plan for his Trackhouse driver lineup in 2025 on NASCAR Sirius XM radio. Danielle Trotta asked about SVG to Cup and Zane Smith announced in the next 4 to 6 weeks. The plan is to be 3 full-time Cup cars, but not definitive if that will be next year. So that should be interesting to look at. So NASCAR Rumor Nostalgia said today on Instagram, 2025 Front Row Motorsports lineup should be Gillen, Gregson, and Sam Mayer. Hopefully announcements come within a month. Yeah, I kind of figured Gregson was going to front row. I'm glad my boys going to the front row. So they've gone to RCR in the big 2025, which will be next year. So honestly, that's a good lineup. Todd Gillen's running really well this year. Noah, I think he's done having a really solid year for Stuart Hollis, and Sam Mayer I think will come up and do really well. I mean, I guess you can say, it's a head scratcher, but I think it's a big loss for Chevy, losing Sam. I think he's a hell of a driver. And people will say, people will say Riley Hurts deserves that ride more than him. Yeah, good joke. He's done well with his limited seat time. Yeah, he's had a few starts on super speedways. Super speedways only that don't really take that much time. Sam has 6 wins and has made the final 4. Herbst has 1 win and can't make the round of 8. And last year he didn't even make the playoffs. Sam Mayer's won a bunch of different tracks. You can bring up, but the DNFs. Yeah, half those DNFs aren't even his fault. But I don't know why people are surprised. Like, are people really surprised Sam Mayer's going to move up to Cup? Because I'm not surprised. And Josh Berry will be in the 15 for a little bit. NASCAR Rumor Nostalgia said. So as I was talking about earlier, I thought there would be multiple drivers, but it might be Josh Berry in that car for a little bit. A few days ago, NASCAR Rumor Nostalgia said, in early May I said that Bowman Gray hosting the Clash is possible, and now I'm starting to think it's all but official. Yeah, it's pretty much official, but are people going to complain that it's too cold? It's literally going to be cold as hell. They're racing in North Carolina the first week of February. It's literally going to be like, what, 30 degrees? Jesus. And Freddie Kraft said on Door Bumper Clear Suite that's basically happened, so yeah. I mean, yeah, it's all really I'll say for this video. So until next time, have a lot. Peace.